Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another video from T.W White Sons Mazda. Okay, here we have today a Mazda 6. This is the Sport Nav model, 2-litre petrol engine, manual transmission in the 4-door format. Now, as I take you around this car, I always like to give a little bit of history behind the vehicles, where they came from, etc. Now, this particular car wasn't sourced from our customer database like the majority of our cars, but this one we bought from outside of our customer database, but it was a local car supplied new by Masters Mazda, which is one of the other local dealers a few miles up the road from us. Now, this is presented in black mica, so like a mica paint, like a pearlescent paint. It's got the dark sort of anthracite wheels, and it's got the black leather interior. With the black leather interior, it's also heated, and you've got power front seats, and the driver's seat has the benefit of memory seats as well, which is handy if you've got obviously multiple users. Now, the Mazda 6 in this format came out in about 2013. I always had them as company cars. I find them to be the most comfortable car in our range, but I know SUVs have become more and more popular, but I personally prefer a car. And I did a 60-mile commute, and I found it just wonderful. It was normally only me in the car, but I found these just a very, very comfortable car. Now, they've got 18-inch wheels. Don't let that put you off. You know, obviously, car wheels these days are all very big, but it's got a very, very good ride. Very, very comfortable indeed. And this car is a facelifted car. Now, I'm thinking 2013 they came out. Yeah, and I think it was about 2015 where it underwent a facelift. And with that, you got slightly nicer wheels. The rear light clusters and the front lights, the grille, slightly different. The main difference is with the interior, you've got a much nicer dash, the updated sat nav, and you've now got the electric handbrake as opposed to the, sort of keep you fit handbrake, the more conventional handbrake. These later cars have LED lights as opposed to xenon lights, hence the reason they don't have the washer jets on the front. And the car enjoys both front and rear parking sensors with a rear parking camera. Now, this car came into us today. It was just delivered. We gave it a quick clean. Now, cosmetically, we've got a few bits and pieces to do, but nothing untoward. Just the usual stuff. Refurbing alloys, etc. A couple of minor little parking dents that I'll have removed, and a thorough valet. Now, when I have the wheels done as well, we don't have just a sort of makeshift alloy wheel guy come round. I send the wheels off. They are correctly dipped, stripped, and powder coated, so they've got the got a much harder finish to them, so they will be done properly. Now, let me show you this. Actually, I quite like these sort of wind deflectors. We've had a couple of Mazda 6s in with these. Now, if you don't like these can come off, but I think they're dead good because you can put the window down, get a bit of fresh air, and you won't get rained on. So you often see these on cars abroad, I find, but they seem to be getting quite popular here as well. Okay, so before we go into the inside of the car, let's start round the back. Oh, first time I've opened that boot, I might have a nasty surprise. No, everything's there. It's all nice and clean. You've got 60-40 split rear seats there. Now, these cars are standard, don't have a spare wheel, and this one doesn't have a spare wheel. But if it's a spare wheel you require, this foam comes out, and there's a place for a spare wheel to live. That boot, by the way, is enormous. So unless you have a dog or you like, moving large appliances or etc., that boot, I mean, that'd be perfect for airport runs, etc. There's the roof there. Now, I always pay a bit of attention to roofs these days, so I've been caught out recently with cars with hail damage. So there you go, all lovely. And let's show you around the back here. All in really nice condition. You've got the ISOFIX anchorages there for the rear child seats, so it is a family friendly car. Headlining's all in great shape. I'm not a smoker, and I don't detect any cigarette smoke or pet smells in the car at all. You've got your cup holders there, 3 correct proper seat belts, 3-point seat belts in the back there. You've got keyless entry, so you don't need to take your key out to get in the car. And there you go, so you've got the black leather, power seat. So this is, let's have a look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's an 8-way power seat. Got a nice practical glove box there. Nice, much nicer centre console from the previous car. Much better finish, and you've got the electric handbrake, and you've got cup holders here. Now you probably think, how many cup holders does a car need? But since cars have gone smokeless, where the ashtrays would normally be, you have cup holders. And you've got a little cubby hole there where you've got your USBs for charging and for reading data. 12-volt socket there, and that's where the SD card lives for your sat nav. Right, so let's go round to the inside and let's fire her up. Before we do that, so there you go, you've got your memory seats there, and the driver's seat's also got lumbar. You can also program the key fobs for the seat settings. So if, for example, I was to open the car with my key fob on me, the seat would adjust to my setting. And if the second driver had their key, the seat would go to their settings. So that's quite a nice thing to have. Electric windows, mirrors there. And in case I haven't mentioned, it's got the Bose premium sound system. So a bespoke sound system for this car. Right, cool. It's a little bit muggy here today. I'm going to start the car up. So we've got 2 keys. Keys look like this. This is actually in like a rubberized key protector, which I've seen some people use. So the previous owner obviously did like the accessories on cars. So you put your foot on the clutch, this lights up green, fires into life, heads up display, up it goes. And the heads up display will display things like your speed, your basic sat nav directions, traffic signs, speed limits, etc. That adjusts, that needs cleaning actually, but that adjusts through this system here. It's not a manual thing. So yeah, just be sure not to do that by hand. It would probably be quite damaging. And there we are, there's the mileage there on the car, 24,283 miles. The car will go through our Mazda workshop, make sure everything's tickety-boo. Anything that needs doing will be done. And the car will come with a 12-month Mazda ZZ Plus extended warranty with 12 months roadside assistance. So let's have a look here. So you've got heated seats, 3-stage for the driver and passenger. I'm not going to put mine on today, I'm far too hot. You've got climate control. Okay, you've got dual zone as well, or you could have it run up in tandem. Okay, you've got a 6-speed manual gearbox. Real nice positive feel. You know, you can really feel the DNA of the MX-5 in that. And then this little, when you hit reverse, it goes into parking mode. You've got a rear camera, but you've also got, which I think is probably more useful than a camera, it'll tell you what direction the objects are coming from. Okay, so you've got that there. You've got automatic lights, automatic wipers. Okay, volume controls, hands-free controls here, cruise control functions here, and just down here you've got traction control, so a safety function that helps you brake in a straight line, not wheel spin excessively, just an all-round safety function. Tyre pressure monitoring, so if your tyre pressure falls 4 psi or more, it'll warn you, please check your tyre. And you've got engine intelligent eye stop, so the engine will cut out in traffic to save fuel, to be kinder to the environment, and ultimately save you money. And we all like that, don't we? You've got up, down, in and out on the steering column. Climate control we've been through, still has a CD player. Another 12-volt socket there. I mustn't call them cigarette lighter sockets. And then over here, let's have a look. Now this screen is touchscreen, okay, but I would say get to, oh, it's in a different language. I'm going to have to figure that out now and probably embarrass myself. It's touchscreen, but the touchscreen's disabled once you start moving, but this will always work, so you can change your channels and bits and bobs as you're driving it along. Not that I'm promoting that, of course. Hang on, now let's get, the first thing we need to do is change the language. Now this may be difficult for me, so I hope I don't have to start this video from the beginning, because that would be terribly embarrassing. Okay, distance, temperature. There we go. Romania, I think that's Romanian. Right, so let's change that. I think somebody's done that as a practical joke just to catch me out. English UK. No, that's obviously no. Da is obviously yes. Let's see what happens. So as you can see, it's a very multicultural car. It has many different languages. You could obviously allow this car to help you learn another language. I've just learned that da is yes in Romanian and no is no. So there we are. Look, applications. So you've got fuel economy monitor, maintenance, warning guidance. Now you can have this car to have Apple CarPlay built in. So an upgrade, it's a hardware and software upgrade, so you'd actually get CarPlay on this menu screen here. Then you can mirror your phone and you've got a bit more functionality, you can use like Google Maps and Spotify and stuff. In the entertainment, FM, AM, DAB, AHA, Stitcher internet channels, Bluetooth, USBs, yeah. So I'll go back to DAB. DAB's become, is sticking around now. I always thought DAB wouldn't be around for too long, but definitely is. And look, there's something for everyone on there. You've got your communication, so you can pair your phone up, and then you'll get your call lists, and it'll read your text messages if you've got an Android phone, and you can make a call and access your phone book safely as you're driving. And then your sat nav, it's got a very comprehensive sat nav. Put your postcode in. Now this is where Mazda trick you. You have to go to town, then you put your postcode in and off you go. Whilst you're driving along, if you need to make a diversion, for example, I'm always getting low on fuel, so I'd set a category of a fuel station and search around here, and it will come up with nothing. Oh, well, that's embarrassing. That should come up with something. No items. Okay, let's try another one. So dealer, parking, categories, search in all categories. How's that? No items. Okay, so this probably needs a sat nav update. That would show you, if this was to work correctly, and it will, it would show you my local fuel stations, local eateries, places of interest nearby. Okay, so that when a car is serviced, that will all be updated. Okay, that will just need an update. Right, so navigation we've done, and in the settings there's some really lovely settings here. Remember I mentioned the heads-up display, so you got that adjusts there. Okay, now you probably can't see it. There you go. See that moving up and down, that square box, that rectangular box? That's me adjusting it. You got display settings, you can turn it off, show the clock, etc. Safety settings, the car's got smart city braking, so there's a camera up here. If you got too close, and you'd have to get very close to a car, person, objects in front, low wall for example, car will activate its brakes providing you're doing under 20 miles an hour, and there's no driver input, i.e. you're not turning, braking, accelerating. Sound system, as mentioned earlier, you've got the Bose premium sound system, which is built for this car. So, all the speakers, everything's made for this car. It's not an afterthought, and it's an incredible sound system. You can have it on Bose center point, play a bit of opera, and you'll feel you're in an opera house. Clock It's GPS synced, so you never have to relearn how to change the clock, the time on a car. I always struggled with that. And vehicle settings, you can turn off like rain sensing wipers. You've got door lock settings. For example, walk away lock. As I walk away from this car with the key on me, once I get about a metre away from the car will lock itself, which is really handy. It bleeps as well, just to let you know you've done that. You've got lighting settings. You can have like, you've got adaptive front lights, by the way, so the car will turn, the lights will turn as you turn, which is incredible down country lanes. I've got some old classic cars. You drive them down a lane after driving something like this, and you really feel like you need to book an eye test. Coming home lights, leaving home lights. So there's lots of nice convenient settings. Okay, now we're 15 minutes into the video, and I know I'm probably boring you to death, so I shall speed up a little. As mentioned, 12-month warranty, 12-month roadside assistance, finance facilities to suit all. Please inquire. Try us at any time of the day. We appreciate that people are normally looking for cars or anything really outside normal working hours. I know I certainly don't have the time to do it at work. Part exchange is extremely welcome. If you have a look on our website, you'll see that we sell many other marks of car other than Mazda and Suzuki used, because we take them in part exchange, and we get some really nice examples which we cherry pick and sell. So don't think we can't give you the best price. I'm sure we can. Do your research and try us. Hopefully we'll be able to pleasantly surprise you. But thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to hearing from you. Bye bye.